I'll let you.
Yeah, we a mutual friend of ours connected us, and I had sent him a few instrumentals to get the collaboration going, and I had checked out his songs, but I had already recorded some songs. I'm like, here, check, I sent him these songs, and I said, here's the vibe I'm hearing, and it took him a couple of weeks to get back to me. At first I was like, man, this guy's not into it, and I started questioning myself, but eventually he called me, but he sang over Fire, the song that made the album, and he was singing it, and he was playing it in the background because he was setting up his own studio, so he was playing in the background and singing, and I was driving to a gig and a show, and I couldn't hear it that well, but just like the whole, like the energy behind it, like the vibe, I was just like, man, this is incredible. Like I love this whole, interaction, and we eventually set up a studio session and we recorded Fire and Black Moon Rising.
It's funny because, a lot of people think that we set up an audition by way of phone, which is a very cute idea. I hope that doesn't sound too facetious, but I just generally am I get very excited about the things that I'm working on, and I'm very apt to just call a friend up and say, hey dude, check this out. I really like this idea. Am I crazy? You know what I mean? And I did that to Adrian not knowing him, which should give you some insight, with what he was inspired by, I guess, in my just forthcoming, my energy in that way.
Yeah.
And I sang some gibberish over the phone, and he was just like, yeah, sounds good. Come in tomorrow.
Let's do it. Yeah. So we just did it.
Yeah. I think that as soon as we met each other in person for the first time, we were just ourselves. I came into the studio at Adrian's house. He has like a studio, on the side of the house, right? Is that something that you guys built?
Yeah. Added on as a studio.
Yeah. And he was probably in his underwear, and no, he wasn't. No, I told him that I had a couple of songs, kind of, skeletons of a few songs that I was prepared to kind of freestyle over. And Black Moon Rising and Fire were the songs that we had time to kind of get most of recorded. So. I just can't be comfortable listening to what other people say about you. 'Cause I think that what holds our attention the most is being surrounded by artists that we respect. I did quickly realize that it's starting to become a really big deal when Questlove is inviting us to come play his jam session, the night before the Grammys, and we're surrounded by so many people that we respect, such as Dave Chappelle and Lawrence from 1500 or Nothing. He's like a production leader for them, who's worked with Jay-Z, Nas, all these crazy, talented people. And we play a couple songs, we listen to a bunch of people jam, we have a good time, drink CBD-infused coffee. And, just the coolest parts for me, I think, was having a stylist be down to come to my hotel room at 2 a.m. to do my hair. I put out a call on Facebook. I'm like, I didn't prepare for this, and I need to get a retwist done. And someone came to my hotel super early in the morning, and I had a stylist dress me in really expensive clothes that I could never afford. Yeah, it was great. I'm forgetting the question in my rambling. Yeah.
And where were you when you heard that you were nominated?
We were actually in London.
You were?
Yeah.
And how did you find out?
We were walking out of Worldwide FM, right? Is that Giles Peterson's thing? And got a text from our manager, and I believe he had already called Rory, our tour manager, but we were walking out of the radio station because of the time difference between the States and here. I remember I was trying to call home, and I was and texts kept coming in where I was like, oh God, stop texting me, I'm trying to, and then finally I read a text. I was like, oh, okay, wow, oh yeah. So we were in London when we found out.
I am so detached. I didn't even have my phone. I was like, why is Adrian pacing back and forth, you know? And then, so when we came out and Adrian was like, did you hear the news? I'm like, what are you talking about? What news? Did something bad happen? And so, you know, we tell the band and we have a group huddle and, you know, being from Austin, Texas, and I'm not from Austin, but living there, you get interjected into this incestuous music, passionate music community where we care about each other and supporting each other, uplifting each other, that it's nice to be on the road with so many great artists such as Brendan Bond on bass, who's done so many beautiful things, Angela Miller, Lauren Cervantes, Jerron Marshall on keys, you know,
Steve Bidwell on drums.
You know, all these people have done amazing things musically, and we just all support each other. We shared a lot of kind words, and we screamed and we cried together, and it was just, you know, it's a really cool thing. Yeah. I mean, I feel like our favorite song is the one that we're working on now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The new song is our favorite song. I think during the beginning we both really enjoyed some sleeper tracks on the album, like Confines is a favorite amongst the band. October 33 was one of the last tracks that was put on the album, the last track, which I really enjoyed playing. I wrote that after a really tough time in my life, and so it meant a lot emotionally for me to express that. And I don't know.
It's too hard to say. It's too in the moment. But yeah, there's just so many other. I love them all for different reasons.
I woke up to the morning.
Most of it was recorded to an MCI 8-track 1-inch tape machine. All started there, and then eventually just ends up in the computer. A lot of preamps and microphones and things. Universal audio plugins. Use a little bit of combination of both, but the plugin technology has gotten so amazing that, you know, it's almost pointless to not use it. You know, if I had all the budget in the world, I would have hardware of everything. But it is what it is, and the computers are amazing now. You know. Yeah, the Fender LA team's been amazing. I think Eric was the first one to go stop by the shop there and got maybe a Jaguar or a Jazzmaster. What was the first guitar you got?
A Jaguar.
A Jaguar. Yeah. They've now made custom Telecasters for both of us. One of a kind Fender Deluxe custom shop Telecasters.
Super cool guy.
Oh, they're amazing.
As soon as I went in, I was almost like set back a little bit because the guy who was helping.
Matt.
We're talking to a few guys.
Yeah, there's a few.
Matt is the main guy who's like helped us out. I think he had a ton of Red Bulls that day because he was very like amped. I was like, wow, all right. I got to match this energy because he's gonna hook it up with a guitar. So they've been really cool about like just meeting our every need on the road. You know, like we have the new what is this?
Acoustasonic, which we played today at this in-store. It's their new acoustic. It just came out, I believe, last month or this month or whatever. Acoustic / electric semi-acoustic based on a Telecaster. So we were taping the Ellen show in the States, and they sent it to us to use for that. And yeah, they've been amazing.
They did some. We have some custom guitars made as well. The Telecaster.
Yeah, they've been amazing.
They've been really cool.